Now, customize your plan. Style sheets, I want to talk about that. And I have an example, it's in your handouts there, where at the end, the last page of the session notes, you have a style sheet that you can print off and change and add to and just basically use for whatever means you'd like. It's just an example, and there are loads of these free online as well. Now, a style sheet can help you with each platform. So you want to be specific. Couple examples here. On my style sheet for Twitter, maybe a casual tone. We know we have to have brief posts. We'd have our word count there. It would be really clear. We can get away with a little bit more on other platforms like Facebook. Maybe you'll have a short interview formula for internal news, maximum word count. Maybe you'll have a pattern of 3 quotes per interview, 3 sentences from your interviewee. For multimedia, do you have a style sheet for each medium there? Perhaps something is downloadable as a PDF for public use on websites. Maybe easy reading for smartphone readers. I mean, nowadays we have to be really careful with our websites to know that people are going to be looking at it on their smartphone. Does it translate or does it go all weird? Can we adjust our tone, our style, our language to suit each one of these multi-platform, multimedia situations? Can we drop or cite or explain our technical jargon for the external readers? Can we also, and I love that this was in the requests of what we're hoping to get out of the session, can we avoid the salesy cliches or the phony artifice? And we'll get into that a little bit more as well. Now here's this sample style sheet, and I apologize for the Z in capitalization, but this was the one that I found that was really easy to use. Basically, how this works, if you're not familiar, if you only use a style guide at work, this is document specific. So this is what you use for each document to make sure everything is in order and follows a set style. And how does it work? ABC here, we would alphabetize our preferences. So maybe we want program with MME instead of ME, or I'm sorry, just GRAM, the program that's the US version versus the UK Australian MME version. We'd put that under PQR, okay? Now, why does this help? Why is this so strategic? Because so often with documents, you might have multiple proofreaders, multiple copy editors, multiple contributors to a report. So if everybody's on the same page, when it comes time for those final proofs, things are more in line. Even with dates, one of the jobs that I have done as a freelance editor as well is proofreading and copy editing government reports. And I know that sometimes 10 different staff members could be contributing to the same report. And the dates would be a different style each time. So that was my job to fix that. Now, if everybody knows how dates should appear, that could be one less thing that could go wrong in the final draft. So as you can see, numbers and dates, there's a little box for that. Now what you want to do too is just rejig this for each reader, for each document, for each platform. You want to spell out the jargon, something that you might take for granted as knowing, and maybe all the staff are familiar. You want to spell it out here. You also, this is an opportunity to list out the cliches, okay? Things, those phrases that you think, oh, I've seen it enough. I have some examples that I put under ABC. So boasts, begs the question, or a cautionary tale. You can put those under ABC and any others that you're thinking of. So for this 30-second reflection, as I'm stirring up the thinking around cliches or inauthentic phrases that you're literally sick of hearing, I put literally in there because I'm hearing it all the time now. It's everywhere. Even my daughter comes home from school saying it. And it's not literally used literally. So you can slap that on there under JKL.